Welcome back everyone, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It's another lovely day on the farm, and as I arrive, I take a look around and I see all these pigeons on the roadway and on one of the rooftops. I also take a walk around and I see these guys. Cool stuff. Huge. Longhorn, and to the left what looks like a buffalo. Pretty cool specimens on the farm. But anyway, it's about time to get started. And this is the first shot of the day. 35 yards. In this shot, I go prone. And there are a few targets. I choose one and I nail it. But this guy seems to try to shake it off and walk away. But his injuries are a little bit too great. Let's take a look at that shot in the scope cam. The shot enters from behind, traveling into the heart-lung area. This guy walks around, but it still takes him a while to expire. So I ended up having to put a second shot in. And here is that follow-up shot. 25 yards. And here is that follow-up shot in the scope cam. But as you can see, this guy is hurting pretty bad. But the second shot puts him down for sure. And he's done. Here I'm shooting into one of the cow's pens. 48 yards, multiple targets. And I choose one, and I take it. And it's a really good shot. This guy is done. So here we are in the scope cam. I'm trying to locate the target, and I finally find one that I want to eliminate. And I believe it's this guy right here. Good shot. Right into the heart-lung area, and he's down and done. So I take another walk, and I spot this guy on the fence, just at 40 yards, and I take him, and he's down and done. Here, I relocate so I can get a better look at him, and he's done. Let's take a look at that shot in the scope cam. So here we are in the scope cam. I nail this guy, solid. Knocks him right off his perch. And there he is, down and done. Shortly after that shot, these pigeons come right back, and they land on a different fence post to the right of me. So I choose one here, and I nail this guy. It goes down, but watch, it's down by the pole in the center, and it falls over right about there. It's down. Here is that shot in the scope cam. I'm back a little ways, But this shot occurs at about 50 yards. Now you see there, flies down, it's walking there, it's hurting. Good heart lung shot. And right about here is where it tumbles over. And he's done. You see these other guys looking curiously. They're looking to mate, not realizing this young lady is done. Here we are again, same location, same railing. I'm a little closer this time. I'm about 45 yards. I nail this guy and it goes down into the flock, just beyond the trough there where all the other pigeons are. It's in the group there, but it goes down. Let's take a look at this guy in the scope cam. This guy goes down, but he flies off into the middle of that flock. So I walk around and I spot him. And I find this guy and I put a follow-up shot in him. You see him there at a distance where the other pigeons were. As I walked around, they took off and they went to their pen behind. But there's that second shot. And this guy is now done. Here is that follow-up shot in the scope cam. That shot was 50 yards. He's done. And here we are again, same pen. You see the others down, but these guys just keeps coming back. And I set up 50 yards, and I take another. Done. Here is that shot in the scope cam. It's a solid shot. This guy spins around a couple times and comes to rest. He's done. Once again, 50 yards, same pen. You see these guys down out here, but they just keep coming, and I keep knocking them off. Another solid shot. Done. And here's a little scan of this pen, of the carnage. It's about 4 or 5 of them down, but you see they're still coming back. But here's that shot in the scope cam. This guy's a little nervous as he's walking away from me, but the pellet reaches out and knocks him over. Stretches him out. Good spine shot. Done. There's the carnage. There's about 5 of them down in this single pen. And again, same pen. Pigeon number 6, I believe it is. Done. Solid. And I believe that is the last shot of the day. But here we are again. There's about 4 or 5 of them there. And then there's also one or two to the left. So there's about 6 pigeons down in this single pen. They just kept coming. So I stayed there and I kept shooting. But let's take a look at that last shot in the scope cam. This guy pauses and stands there, presenting the perfect target, and I take it, and he is down instantly. Another good spine shot, penetrating into the vitals. And there, again, is the carnage. Multiple pigeons are down and done in this single pen. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.